wanted to make this video to share some stories I've learned and heard from people that I've met across my travels throughout the world. And I find that the lessons I learned through meeting these people and the experiences that I share with them have resonated with me and stayed with me over time, and I think it's really important to share that with others, because traveling is really not about going and taking pictures with monuments. I mean, it could be for some people, because there's nothing wrong with that, but for me it's about living like a local and getting to know the people around me and somehow being inspired by them. It's all about connecting with others, and that's what traveling teaches you. So this first picture is from a place called Fort Kochi in India, and this is a picture of a couple of ladies who work at a ginger factory, since ginger is one of the major exports in that area. And I remember going there not to buy anything. I don't go to places to buy things. I usually go to places because I want to talk to the local people there and get to know them. So pretending like I'm buying something is only an excuse. That's kind of what I did. I went there and they're like, let me show you where the ginger is made, and saw these ladies sitting there. So I took the time to get to know them and learn their names, where they're from, or what their family consists of, and stuff like that. So one of the biggest life lessons I took away from that encounter was everyone and anyone you meet in life has something to offer. And by offer, I don't mean objects. I mean offering you, whether it's inspiration, motivation, advice, or teaching you that simplicity and hard work go a long way. So I wanted to share that. And this next picture is from a place called Jyoti Cafe in Banaras in India. It's one of my favorite places to eat. I went there once, just serendipitously. I wasn't even like looking for it. I just stumbled upon it, and I went and ate aloo ka paratha because I love potatoes. It's a famous food item. Anyway, so this gentleman who works there, who owns a restaurant, he taught me so much. I feel like I probably went there more to talk to him and hear his stories than for the food. Although the food was excellent, I loved it. I really recommend it. And I remember sitting there and thinking, should I order this or that? And then I'm like, let me just call him and ask what he recommends. And then when I call him and talk to him, I would completely forget about what he recommended, and then instead talk about how he is, where he is in life, and his family, and where he's from, and stuff like that. And he would tell me about how a long time ago he wasn't even this well off. I mean, he's a really hardworking person, but he used to be almost homeless, or didn't really have the best of resources, but he made his way through. He worked so hard with so much diligence and has persevered, and now owns this little cafe that is one of the most humble experiences to eat there and get to know him. So I really got inspired by him, and I was like, no matter where I go in life, or when I come back to the States, I want to share this story with almost everyone, because people like that really inspire me, and I'm sure they inspire a lot of you out there. Simple living and giving back, that was what I learned from him. So I love public transportation, and I just can't ever get enough of public transportation. I wish we had more of it, honestly. I travel via public transportation more often than not when I'm in other parts of the world or country. Right now in Seattle, they do have a fair amount of public transportation here. There's a lot of buses and a train that goes all the way from the airport to the university district, and there's so many options for public transportation in this city right now that I feel amazed just thinking about it. I'm like, I don't need a car. I don't need to spend money on a rental car when I can use the bus and make my way around. It's just a matter of figuring things out. But you learn to grow, and you learn to change with any new place that you're in. And I love picture of this train reminds me of how in India some of the trains and some of the compartments in the trains are not the best. Now there's some pretty fancy ones too if you go in like first class or second class, whatever. I travel sleeper class, but best class in my opinion, because you get to meet amazing people. People are much more social and likely to talk to you, and you're much more likely to talk to them. And I got to know so many incredible people through ferries or boats, buses and trains than I would have if I've taken like a cab or like private car or something. And I can't even afford to do that. So when in a new place, live like a local. And it might take a lot of adjusting. It may not be to your standard of cleanliness or whatever, but you have to learn to adjust to it. So I had scorpions and cockroaches crawling on me on the trains. Well, I looked at it and I was like, I could freak out and scream and jump. But then I'm like, practically I can't do that because there's people like shoving me in this little spot that I barely have space to sit. And they're little kids like trying to play on the top bunks and stuff. So, simple life, adjusting, making the most of what you have. I love that. I love trains. I had to share that picture. Remember, life is a journey. It's not really a destination. Just like train travel. You may have a destination, but your journey doesn't end there. I always look for more ways to go to new places and meet new people. So that was awesome. Sorry, I keep getting distracted by little kids hopping around here.